Welcome to Simple English Channel. In today's video, you're stepping into the highest level of English, B1 to C2. They're about thinking clearly, expressing ideas with precision, and communicating like a true professional. At this level, English is no longer something you translate, it's something you use naturally. You'll learn how to speak with confidence in complex situations, express opinions clearly and professionally, handle discussions, problem-solving, and real-life conversations with ease. As you go through each sentence, don't rush. Listen carefully, repeat with intention, and focus on how each sentence feels, not just how it sounds. This is where your English becomes powerful. Now, let's begin your journey into advanced fluency. I go to work every day. I start my work at 9 a.m. I usually finish at 5 p.m. I like my job. I work with a team. I have a meeting today. I need to finish this task. I will send the email later. I am working on a project. I need some help. Can you explain this to me? I don't understand this part. Please repeat that. I will check it again. I will fix the mistake. I will do it better next time. I am learning new skills. I am improving every day. I try to stay focused. I want to do my best. I will call you later. I will reply soon. Please wait a moment. I am busy right now. I will finish this soon. I need more time. I will complete it tomorrow. I will ask my manager. I will check my email. I will update you. I agree with you. That is a good idea. I think so too. I don't think that will work. I have a question. Let's talk about this. Let's work together. We need a solution. Let's fix this problem. We can do this. I like learning English. I practice every day. I listen to English videos. I try to speak more. I make mistakes sometimes. I learn from my mistakes. I feel more confident now. I understand better. I am getting better. I will keep practicing. I meet my friends on weekends. I like to talk about work. I enjoy sharing ideas. I try to listen carefully. I respect others. I try to be polite. I help when I can. I ask when I don't know. I stay calm. I keep going. I'm currently working on an important project. I'd like to discuss this issue in detail. We need to find a better solution. This approach may not be effective. Let's consider other options. I believe we can improve this. We should take action now. Let's focus on the main problem. This requires careful planning. We need to stay organized. I'd appreciate your feedback. Could you clarify this point? I'm not completely sure about this. Let's review it together. I'll get back to you soon. This situation is quite challenging. We need to solve this quickly. I'll take care of this. Let's move forward. We're making good progress. I'd like to share my opinion. That's a valid point. I understand your perspective. I partially agree with you. Let's think about it again. That makes sense. I hadn't considered that. That's a good suggestion. Let's find a solution together. That sounds reasonable. I'm trying to improve my performance. I've learned a lot from this experience. I need to develop my skills further. I'm open to feedback. I appreciate your support. I'll apply this next time. This has been very helpful. I feel more confident now. I'm making steady progress. I'm improving step by step. Could you send me the latest update? Please find the attached file. I've made some changes. Let me know your thoughts. I'll keep you updated. Could you confirm this? I'll check it right away. Let me follow up on this. I'll review the details. I'll handle this carefully. Let's stay on track. We need to meet the deadline. Let's avoid mistakes. We should work more efficiently. I'll take responsibility. Let's support each other. We can achieve this goal. Let's keep moving forward. I'm confident in our team. Let's do our best. I'd like to address an important issue. We need to reassess our strategy. This approach may not be sustainable. We should evaluate all possible outcomes. I'd appreciate your insights on this matter. Could you elaborate on your point? I'm trying to gain a clearer understanding. That's an interesting perspective. I completely agree with your analysis. I'm afraid I have to disagree. Could you clarify what you mean? I'd like to add something to that. That raises an important question. I hadn't considered that before. That's worth thinking about. I'd prefer a more efficient solution. We need to optimize this process. Let's minimize potential risks. This requires strategic planning. We should focus on long-term results. I'd like to resolve this issue promptly. Could we find a better solution? I believe there's been a misunderstanding. Let's discuss this further. Could we reach an agreement? I value your opinion. I respect your viewpoint. I see where you're coming from. I understand your reasoning. Let's find common ground. Could we revisit this later? Let's explore other possibilities. I think there's a better approach. Let's consider all factors. We should make an informed decision. I'm committed to achieving results. I'll ensure everything runs smoothly. I'm focused on our objectives. I'm confident in our success. Let's move forward constructively. I'd like to express my appreciation. Thank you for your support. I truly value your contribution. That was extremely helpful. I'm grateful for your assistance. This has been a valuable experience. I've gained significant insights. I'll apply this in the future. This will contribute to success. I've learned a lot from this. Let's maintain high standards. We should strive for excellence. Let's maximize our potential. We need to stay competitive. Let's build on this success. I'd like to emphasize this point. This is a key factor. We should prioritize this. Let's take action immediately. This will make a difference. I'd like to address a concern regarding our current strategy. We may need to reconsider our approach moving forward. This decision could have significant long-term implications. I'd appreciate your perspective on this matter. Let's ensure we're aligned before proceeding. We should prioritize tasks based on their impact. This approach lacks efficiency and scalability. I believe we can optimize this process further. Let's focus on delivering measurable results. We need to maintain consistency across all areas. I'd like to propose an alternative solution. This may not be the most effective course of action. We should evaluate the risks carefully. Let's take a more strategic approach. This requires a well-structured plan. I'll take full responsibility for this outcome. Let's ensure accountability within the team. We need to meet expectations consistently. This project demands our full attention. We should strive for continuous improvement. I'd like to highlight a key issue here. This could potentially affect our performance. Let's address this proactively. We need to stay ahead of potential challenges. I suggest we implement changes immediately. This outcome exceeded our expectations. We've achieved significant progress. Let's build on this success. I'm confident in our direction. We're moving toward the right goals.
That's an interesting point of view. I completely understand your perspective. I'm afraid I have to disagree with that. Could you elaborate on your reasoning? That raises a critical question. I hadn't considered that before. That's a valid argument. I see where you're coming from. Let's explore this idea further. We should examine all possibilities. I'd like to challenge that assumption. That may not necessarily be the case. We need to think beyond the obvious. This requires deeper analysis. Let's break this down step by step. I'd like to add another perspective. This could be interpreted differently. We need to consider the broader context. That's worth further discussion. Let's approach this logically. I'm not entirely convinced by that argument. Could you provide more evidence? That seems somewhat unrealistic. Let's focus on practical solutions. We should base our decisions on data. I'd like to revisit this topic later. Let's keep this open for discussion. We need more clarity on this issue. That's something to think about. Let's not jump to conclusions. I'd appreciate it if you could assist me. Could you point me in the right direction? I seem to have misunderstood the situation. Let's resolve this calmly. I'd like to avoid any confusion. Could you clarify what you meant? I'd prefer to handle this differently. Let's find a mutually beneficial solution. I value your input on this. I respect your opinion. I understand your concerns. Let's try to find common ground. I believe we can work this out. That sounds reasonable to me. I'm open to suggestions. I'd rather not get involved in this. Let's keep things professional. I'd like to handle this privately. Could we discuss this later? I appreciate your understanding. This situation requires careful handling. Let's approach this diplomatically. I'd like to avoid unnecessary conflict. Let's keep the conversation constructive. I think we can resolve this smoothly. I'd like to emphasize this point. This is a crucial factor to consider. We should prioritize this immediately. This will have a significant impact. Let's take decisive action. I'm committed to achieving excellence. We should aim for outstanding results. Let's push beyond our limits. This is an opportunity for growth. We need to maximize our potential. I've gained valuable insights from this. This experience has been transformative. I'll apply this knowledge moving forward. This will contribute to long-term success. This truly makes a difference.
And that brings us to the end of today's session. Take a moment and realize how much stronger your English has become. But remember, this is not the finish line. Fluency is built through repetition. So come back to this video, listen again, repeat again, and each time you'll sound more natural, more confident, more fluent. If this lesson helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow Simple English channel for more powerful English practice. Your journey is still going, and you're getting better every single day. Keep learning, keep improving, and I'll see you in the next lesson.